Oh, hey guys, it's Tom's Refurb here, and this is my dad,
Papa John. And this is my 2006 Ford F-250.
You guys have been looking at this truck in the background of my videos for like 4 years now. You've seen it in primer, you've seen it in paint, and you've seen it covered in dust, so...
Now it's time to see it finished.
Now Dad, would you like to tell the lovely viewers a little bit about this mysterious F-250?
I've had this 2006 F-250 for about 5 years. Brought it home, it was a clean truck, came out of Texas, very little rust. Decided in my infinite wisdom that I should take it apart and teach myself how to paint. In the interim, I built a paint booth, about 3 other car projects. Just got some paint on it last spring, so now it's time to wet sand buff and try to remember how to put it back together.
So let's do that!
Pause. Before we get started on this project, I want to take a moment to appreciate Papa John. If you guys have ever wondered how I'm so young, working out of such a nice shop with ample tools, my dad is the person to thank for that. He's the one that got me into cars to begin with and has helped me grow along the way as a mentor and the greatest father any guy could ever ask for. So if you appreciate Tom's Refurb content, I hope you appreciate Papa John. Now let's build this truck.
This is going to be super simple. Basically, we just have to wet sand the entire truck using first 1500, then 2000, then 3000, then we got to buff it and reassemble it. You get it?
Being a first-time painter, occasionally you'll get these things called flow indicators. That's what they call it in the biz. A little bit of wet sanding, a little bit of buffing, and you'll never know it was there. It'll be like brand new. Because we're amateurs at this, we're going to tape off all the edges because it's real easy to just burn right through an edge. And then you got to start over. And I'm not up for another 5 years. I don't know about you guys.
Did you hear him? He just called us dumb. He just said we don't know what we're doing. I, for one, am a professional. Now, wet sanding is basically just like paint prep sanding. You go in a crosshatch pattern and you try not to sand too much because this is clear coat and you don't want to sand it off. It's pretty simple. You basically just sand until there's no more ugly orange peel bumps. As you can see, we are starting to burn through a little bit of clear coat. And we're gonna be extra careful to not sand off too much.
I'm sanding out this run that we were talking about earlier. Just about got it, pretty good. Basically, it's the same kind of thing. I have this little tiny block, progressed through the grits. I started with 1200, 1500, 2000, and it's just about gone. 1500's done, now it's time for 2000.
$1,500 and $2,000 are done, so now we're gonna peel this protective tape off and hit it with 3000.
Yeah!
Hey, can I say?
The parting of the pad.
We only have
Like
one.
the Red Sea.
We only have one of these, so we have to cut it in half
Bad planning on my part.
and do the whole truck in 2 pieces. I think it'd be fine though.
Boring, on to the next segment. Get to the next segment, please. I'm bored. Alright, now I'm cleaning off all the sanding residue, getting it ready to buff.
This is looking crazy good. Look down the side of the truck. It looks like we've been buffing. We haven't even started buffing yet.
Looks like somebody sanded this.
That's looking pretty good, and we're calling it quits for the night. We've gotten it all wet sanded. On Wednesday, we're gonna come back and we're gonna get this thing buffed. But we'll see you then. Aren't you so excited, Josh?
Yeah.
This isn't overwhelming at all.
I I think it's gonna be fine. Dad's gonna work on assembling some accessories for the truck, and while he does that, Josh and I are gonna buff it. I'm gonna hit it with a wool pad on a rotary buffer and heavy cut compound, and then Josh is gonna follow behind me with an orbital buffer, soft polish, and a soft pad.
And I'm gonna wipe it off.
All right, let's go.
There's a year on here somewhere.
99.
1999.
That's a badass shirt.
I was on Power Tour with some of you boys. We're still not even here.
And girls, like 3% of them are girls.
We are for my edges, man.
We are going to see how
No
shiny,
pressure.
how shiny this paint looks for the first time. Ooh, that is going to look really good. My first rodeo. First rodeo on a paint job. I'm a professional. A real paint job. This is looking crazy good, and we're only at the cut phase. This is gonna take a long time, too. I thought it was gonna take us like an hour. It's not.
This is my favorite way to buff a truck. Installing some flush mount backup lights, because who doesn't like a nice bright rear end?
Our original plan of buffing in a nice order has completely gone to the wind. So basically buffing different parts at different times and polishing different parts at different times, but it's gonna look great.
One side done. Getting the bumper on. This old man like lower back pain. Are we gonna capture that?
Sorry, this doesn't always happen.
I bought this shirt.
Now the truck is looking awesome and it's time for some real assembly. I'm personally starting with this front bumper, which has like 8,000 pieces to go together, including the beautifully painted trim and the coated chrome bumper. It's gonna be awesome, but there's a lot of hardware and I had to do Googling on how to put it together. Let's hope I don't mess it up.
I'm working on these bumper lights that I added. These lights have two circuits. One is a lower light level, which I'm going to tie into the reverse circuit, and another has a super bright blind you going down the road circuit for loading trailers, of course. We'd never use it for anything else.
New fog lights. It's fun. That's beautiful. These are really nice. This bumper sat for a few years, so it's pretty dirty and a little bit faded, so I'm hitting it with some polish to clean it up.
Oh yeah, that's shiny! Given our recent experience with Ron and the frame, we decided that it'd be a good idea just to coat this. We use this rust-free stuff, rust-free, I don't know how you say it, but it is really sticky and I don't think it ever is gonna go anywhere, so let's get to coating. Yeah, so I'm basically gonna coat the whole frame in this stuff as much as I can get to. There's gonna be some spots where we can't fold the cab. And we're not even sponsored by these guys. Though if you wanna send us a couple cases, you know, we wouldn't argue.
It's all in the details, even down to the bumper mount bolts. Next, I'm gonna get this grill situated. While my freshly painted bumper bolts dry, I'm going to install these brand new, beautiful headlights, and then we'll put the bumper on, and then the grill. It's gonna be basically a finished truck. Headlights are in. Bumper time. Now all the bolts are kind of finger tight in there. Before we adjust it and tighten everything down, I'm gonna toss the grill on just so we get it all centered. Starting to look like a 6.0 again. For adjusting this bumper, what I'm gonna do is get the bolts all kind of snugged up, but loose enough that we can still shift this bumper side to side and up and down, and then we will get it fitting as nicely as we can. I say we see how this front end looks. Tiny victories. Dad, you wanna lower the hood? Woohoo! That looks pretty sweet. That looks like it came off the showroom floor. I think these wheel liners are by far the worst thing we've done in this truck yet. They suck. Slide that mirror in for me, Matt. Here we go. Good. Quick third brake light restoration here. Gonna get it a little bit nicer.
So we're installing a rear window. We put some wire in the seal, and hopefully that'll help us get it over the lip of the cab. But we don't know what we're doing, so we'll see. I think we probably laid the bottom in. Yeah. Oh yeah! Josh is using his noggin.
Do you have like grease or something?
I'm afraid to like get too close to you. I'm gonna get clocked up upside my head with your elbow, so I'm standing clear.
Oh, hey!
Is that in?
You did it, buddy.
The seal's over it.
I am restoring the tailpipe right now because I just got a wild hair at my ass, and 220 sandpaper and then 320 sandpaper and maybe Scotch-Brite will make this look a lot better than rusty. Looks pretty good. I will now assemble the doors.
Later, finally got the electronics installed. Run the wiring up through the frame into the cab. I installed a backup camera so I can see what's going on. I don't run into anything. Also finished up these lights. I got backup lights on here and also a brighter version for whenever we're loading up trailers and stuff that just stays on all the time with an aux switch inside the cab. This is the backup lights. I'm thinking they're not as bright because I didn't want to oversaturate the camera. And there's the Mac Daddy lights for loading up trailers and stuff. I think it's gonna work good.
Looks good. We've gotten this truck done enough. Now we can go put the bed on it.
I already got the bed painted, buffed, and undercoated, so it's ready to go. We're trying to get it in before the snow starts to fly.
Yeah, we're expecting a giant snowstorm tonight, so we are gonna go lift this bed on in the cold. This bed has been ready, buffed for like a couple years at least, so it's just been sitting in this secret shop. Now we can put it on the truck. 1, 2, 3, up. Woo! Oh, damn! Look at that! So everybody enjoyed this moment.
Alright, well, damn, that was easier than I thought it'd be. I know. A lot better than doing it in the snow.
First test drive, thing's running great. We are the bed bolts right now. Fuel tank skid plate. Ow, ow, ow.
I can't see anything.
Final step to rust prevention is getting inside the cavities. I'm going to use this rust preventer cavity wax and this 360-degree wand to get inside the rockers and cab corners, keep the rust away from the inside.
That's why Jelly Bean's in here now.
Finishing up my custom built subwoofer box. You gotta have tunes. Like a glove. Plenty of room. Last thing for the interior is the Scan Gauge 3. It's gonna let me monitor the engine oil temperature and coolant temperature to make sure that the 6.0 is A-OK. Clean as it's ever gonna be.
We are almost at the finishing touch. First, emblems. For the door emblems, I'm just using Google Images to generally see where the emblem sits, and I'm using this masking tape to perfectly map out symmetrical mounting. So judging from Google, that emblem sits about 1 tape line from the body line and 3 tape lines from the door edge. And I think that is exactly how the factory did it. Before pushing it down, let's take a gander. Look straight, look decent. That is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
The last step to any proper restoration, tire shine. Ho, ho, ho! These tires haven't been shined yet. It's almost as if we're done.
Last time I drove this thing was right after I bought it. Let's take it for a ride.
Time for a test drive.
Wow, first time hitting the road in 5 years. Pretty cool.
You got a clear throat, it's been sitting.
A little time.
Now we get to get it covered in salt and ice and dirt.
Seems to work so far. It's the first time I've ever filled this thing up. It's almost empty. I'm expecting it to be paid for.
How's she looking?
Sexy.
Just like that, after 5 years of some dispersed work by Dad, in 1 week we have gotten the F-250 back together, back on the road. How's it feel to drive your truck again?
Feels awesome. Very awesome. Thank you all. Thanks to all the boys. I can't even believe it.
Look at that, boom, back on the road. After sitting here in the background, you guys can stop commenting about it, okay, seriously, because now you know what the truck is, and you watched us finish the truck. So, Papa John's F-250 is now complete.
So, thanks for checking out the best damn automotive content on YouTube. Don't forget to check out tomsrefurb.shop, the Tom's Refurb Patreon, and Speedy's Equipment. So I guess that's it. Catch you all later. We love you.